So hello everyone, this is Nithilan and welcome to our channel. Today we are going to see yet another interesting topic, spiritual race. Yeah. Have you noticed something strange lately? It feels like spirituality itself has become a race, like a horse race, yes? A race to awaken faster, a race to meditate longer, a race to chant louder, a race to collect more experiences. It's almost like people are carrying a stopwatch in one hand and prayer bead in another. But is that what spirituality is supposed to be? No. Let's explore this deeply and honestly. Yeah. There is an irony of spiritual race. The word spirituality comes from spirit, meaning life, breath, soul. It's about slowing down, turning inward, and connecting with something eternal. But the moment when we start competing in spirituality, I meditate for 3 hours every morning. Do you do that? I've completed 15 retreats this year. Maybe I'm rich enough, yeah? I've met 3 enlightened masters. So do I believe. So it becomes no different from competing in wealth, career, or fame. See, for example, there are 2 friends, Ravi and Arjun. Ravi wakes up at 4 a.m., meditates rigidly for 4 hours, and posts every day about it. Arjun sits simply for 30 minutes, feels peaceful, and moves with kindness throughout the day. Now, who do you think is more spiritual? The outer rituals tell only half the story. The inner transformation is what truly matters. Real spirituality has no scoreboard. There is no one standing behind you and taking notes about whatever that you're doing. There is no trophy. There is no finish line. There is only you and your truth. So at the moment when this race mentality happens, there are you lose the concept of spirituality completely. Okay, so people tend to fall into this spiritual race. Do you know why? In today's world, social media has become a sort of a glamour kind of thing. Yeah, today's world rewards display, not depth. Photos of someone meditating on a snowy mountain gets thousands of likes, and people love that. We start feeling that I should do that too. Maybe I'm falling behind. They can go to Himalayas and take all the photos and make fancy videos of chanting in Himalayas. I'm not able to do all those things. Am I falling behind? But in reality, the people who are posting videos, behind the scenes, that person might be struggling with anger and loneliness. So don't let all these filters fool your soul. And people do all these things because of insecurity. Somewhere deep inside, many feel incomplete. They think that if I get enlightened faster, maybe I'll finally feel whole. Maybe people will start to recognize me. So spirituality has become another achievement to chase. It's like a degree or a promotion. But the truth is, spirituality isn't about adding something new to you. It's about realizing what you already are. And the ego wears a new mask, you know. The ego is very clever. When you can't boast about wealth or beauty, it starts boasting about purity and spirituality. I've heard a story once a discipline asked his master, "Master, am I enlightened now?" The master smiled and said, "The very questions shows, not yet." So seeking recognition, even for being humble, is still ego. And spiritual growth is invisible in nature, and that's the truth. People are failing to accept that. You cannot post your spiritual growth on Instagram. You cannot measure compassion by selfies. So real spiritual growth is like feeling more peaceful even when things don't go in the way that you want, forgiving faster even without expecting apologies, loving without conditions, trusting life even when it's confusing. Take Mother Teresa as an example. She worked quietly for decades among the sick and poor until media really came into our life. We never really know anything about her. She never wanted to publicize her that she was doing all these things. She didn't announce her compassion. She lived it. The deeper you go spiritually, the less you feel to show it. Yeah. And there is a danger in rushing towards the spiritual path. When we rush, we touch hundreds of techniques superficially. But real mastery requires depth, patience, and practice. It's like digging a well. If you dig a well 10 feet in 100 places, you'll find nothing. But if you dig a well 100 feet in one place, you'll find water. Right? That is what spirituality is all about. Focus on one thing, take one thing as a practice, and focus only on that until you achieve whatever that can come beyond whatever that we can explain. And there is another concept that we have discussed earlier, spiritual bypassing. Sometimes we jump into positive thinking without even addressing the real wounds. I'm spiritual, so I should not feel angry, I should not cry, I should not feel fear. People do things like this. Suppressing emotions in the name of spirituality only delays healing. True spirituality allows you to feel everything fully and honestly. And do you know spirituality can also bring burnout? And burnout in spirituality is actually real. People push themselves too hard, meditate rigidly, fasting excessively, forgetting the balance is essential. Even Buddha once practiced extreme fasting and then realized the middle path is the only way. Not too tight, not too loose. It should always be balanced, right? So spirituality is about slowing down. Well, where? Not physically, but internally. In a noisy, achievement-driven world, the most radical act is to slow down, not run behind whatever the world shows you. So pause before reacting. Take a conscious breath before speaking. Sit in silence without chasing thoughts. Yes. Say, take this as an example. Try this. Next time when you feel angry or anxious, instead of reacting, just breathe deeply for 30 seconds. Take a tiny pause to whatever that you want to do, even before that you react. That tiny space between the stimulus and the response is where spirituality begins. When you understood that the power of that silence, the way that you react after feeling the silence compared to whatever that you were doing before, you'll feel the peace, you'll feel the change, you'll feel the difference. That is spiritual growth. And there are even some real signs of spiritual progress, not based on how many mantras you chant or how many gurus you have met, no, but based on the inner qualities, just like whatever that we've seen before. So you feel less need to be labeled by others as good or bad. You naturally forgive and start helping even before people ask you. You no longer demand instant results. You find joy in simple things. You feel you feel genuinely happy for someone's success without envy. That's massive spiritual victory, Envy, completely giving up envy and feeling happy for someone else's success, that's major spiritual victory. So it is okay to move at your own pace. Some souls blossom early, some later. Some need storms to awaken, some awaken through gentle winds. Yeah, people are different. Just because someone is doing something works for someone else, doesn't mean that we fit in that particular criteria as well. No, that life has experienced things in a different way. This as a life has experienced things in a different way. So our path may not be right for someone else. Whatever that you think, whatever that you do may not be compatible or may not be acceptable by someone else. Likewise, comparing yourself with others is also wrong. Yes, take Ramana Maharishi as an example. He realized self at the age of 16, whereas Siddhar Bohar spent lifetimes refining his journey through alchemy and deep practices. Well, it's a bad comparison, but even then, just for an understanding, yeah, each flower blossoms in its own season, in its season. Yes, you're not a failure because you bloom differently. Life knows your timing. Just trust it. Drop the race. Just embark the journey. If you take one thing from whatever that we've discussed, let be this: you're not late, you're not slow, you're exactly where you're meant to be. Every breath, every mistake, every tear, every smile is carving you gently towards your higher self. There is no hurry. If not in this birth, we'll see in the next birth. But consistency is important. We are not in the race. Just surrender, just trust, and keep walking. So, spirituality is not about getting ahead of someone else. No, it's about getting deeper into your own being. The real masters are not those who run faster, but those who walk steadily with love, with humility, with faith. You don't have to win anything here. No one's going to reward you anything. You only have to remember who you truly are. You're already divine. You're already whole. You just have to be patient to realize it. Yes. So if this message touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Let's grow together, not in a race, but in a gentle, beautiful unfolding. Thank you for being here. This is Nithilan signing off until next video. Tata bye.